Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a French manicure with the gel method. So we're going to use gel products with dip powder. This has been highly requested, so I am going to dive right in. To start my prep, I've got my glass nail file here, so I'm just going to shape my natural nails. I wanted to walk you guys through the prep on the gel method because it can differ from the prep routine you may have with your dip powder liquids. Once I'm done, I just dust off everything and then I grab my glass cuticle pusher. I'm going to use this to gently push back my cuticles, working sidewall to sidewall, doing very small little circle motions on my nail to remove anything stuck on my nail plate, and then I clean it all out with the other end of the tool. I follow these same steps for the rest of my nails. You can absolutely use a metal cuticle pusher, an orange wood stick, whatever you have on hand. The glass cuticle pusher is just my own personal preference because I feel like it's super effective and very gentle on my natural nails. Once I'm done with pushing back my cuticles, then I dust it all off. This next step is going to be optional based on your nail chemistry, your lifestyle, your personal preference. For me personally, I do struggle with gel products and peeling because I have oily nail beds. So for me, I do have to rough up my natural nails for gel products to properly adhere. So I like to use a used 180 grit nail file or a used buffing block to remove the shine and to really focus around my cuticle area because that is where I have the most likely lifting to happen, is up around here. So I focus it and very gently just run the buffing block across my natural nail to make sure I don't have anything left on my nail plate and that I remove the shine. I am not applying any pressure. I'm just very gently going across my natural nail. When it comes to prep, it's going to take some time for you to experiment and find what works best for you. So I always suggest to start with the most gentle and then introduce one new technique or one new product at a time. So if you want to skip buffing your natural nail and see if it works without it, totally, you can try that. But if you find that you need this, it's okay. It's normal. Gel products can be a little bit trickier. So here is what it looks like after I am done. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes on what my prep routine would look like if I was wanting longevity. So once you're done with doing that to all of your nails, then dust it off. And we're going to now move on to dehydrating. With my Sparkling Co pH prep, I'm going to apply this to all of my nails to cleanse them for application. Let's say you try buffing your natural nail and you are still struggling with lifting when it comes to the gel method. Then I would suggest introducing a primer into your prep routine. So once you're done dehydrating your nails, then you would apply a primer. Mani Boss sells this HEMA-free, acid-free bond, which is a great product when you're doing the gel method. So you would not use this product when you're using dip powder liquids, but it can really help with adhesion with gel products. So again, optional, but I wanted to mention it. So personally, I use Peel Base. Peel Base is great for easy pop-off removal. I pop my dip powder nails off every 1 to 3 days so I can keep up with filming content. So if you like to switch up your manicures often, this is a really great product to avoid acetone. Now, obviously, skip this step if you are wanting longevity. So up until this point, I prepped for longevity. I'm just showing you this because I get asked a lot about what the shine is on my natural nails before application. So that's what this is. I'll be using Chiaroscuy's dip powders today, so I have pure white, and then I'll also be using peaches and cream. The gel method does not play well with sheer, clear, or translucent dip powder shades, so that is why I chose this particular peach shade because it is full coverage. So just something to be mindful of if you go this design route, so a French manicure with the gel method, make sure to choose a full coverage shade as your base shade so that you don't have any bubbles or patchiness or any issues. I'm going to be using my recycling tray off Amazon. I love this little tray. You can use this top part here for the French manicure, so sliding your nail in, or you can lay your nail flat on top if you're doing a marble design. It's just so handy. It has these little trays that pull out, so it's very great for the pour over method, which you'll see me do here in the video. So you pour your powder over and then you pull your trays out. I purchased this set on Amazon. This is Amy Lee's gel base coat and gel top coat. I wanted to try out some more HEMA-free products so I could have some more products to suggest to you guys if I like them. So we're going to use these in today's video. They are both, like I mentioned, HEMA-free, and I really appreciate that the top coat is a no wipe top coat. To start, I'm going to pour my white powder on this top piece, so this attachment on my recycling tray, and then I am going to tap it down on my desk. We don't want any rippling, we want all of the powder to lay smooth and even. Now with my base coat, I'm going to remove as much product on my brush as I can. We want thin, even layers, especially with this design. Gel will continue to move and migrate on your nail until it is cured. So we want to make sure we have thin, even layers because we are going to be dipping our nail into that powder. Now I'm going to rest my hand on my tray. You can rest your hand on a dip powder jar, on your desk, wherever you want, but I like to have my fingernail pointed slightly down because again, the gel will continue to move until we cure it. So I'm going to guide that liquid back, making sure I do not get this product on my skin, rolling my nail side to side, going all the way to my sidewall, and just doing an even layer. Gel method is great because unlike dip powder liquids, you don't have to rush. So this is in real time. I am so slowly pushing my nail into the powder, watching my smile line. You'll see I roll my finger a little bit side to side to make sure I get all the way over to those edges, letting the powder absorb into the gel. Then I pull my nail out and very slightly tap off that excess powder. Then we're going to pour over our peach shade on the rest of our nail. While I pour over, I'm just making sure that the entire nail is covered in powder, and then I'm going to tap off the excess powder. Then with a toothpick, I'm going to clean up around my cuticle area to make sure I don't have any product on my skin. Here it is, and we cure for 60 seconds and then dust off the excess. Remember to tap your white powder on the desk again so that it's nice and level and you don't have any ridges before getting started. I remove the excess product on my base brush and then paint it on my nail again. I'm just making sure I do not get this product on my skin and doing a thin, even layer across the entire nail. So for my second layer, I'm going to use my first layer as my guide. This is real time. I am slowly guiding my nail in, and when I see the powder meet that first layer line, I let it sit there and absorb into the gel product, and then I'm going to slowly pull my nail out and gently tap it off. Next, I pour the peach shade over top of my nail, making sure it's fully covered, and then we tap off the excess powder. Cure for 60 seconds and then dust it off. You may notice that you have a small ridge where the white meets the peach shade. This is totally normal when using dip powder products and doing a French manicure. That is because when you push your nail into the white, it's going to be thicker than when you pour powder over top. So that is why you have that little ridge, totally normal, and we're gonna fix it when we go to file. Just so I don't bore you guys to death, I've gone ahead and done my other nails off camera, so here they are. Now we're gonna encapsulate so we can file and shape. So to clean up, I just pour my powder back into the jar and try not to spill like I do right here. And then I take my little tray and I also pour that back in. So to encapsulate, I've got my base coat and I'm going to paint a layer of this across all of the nails. You may be wondering, why am I not using clear dip powder like I do in 90% of my videos? So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, gel products just do not play well with clear, sheer, or translucent things. So that is why you can just use your base coat and skip the clear dip powder. So a layer of the base coat, cure for 60 seconds, and that will be your encapsulating layer. So that will protect it when you go to file, shape, and buff. After you've cured for 60 seconds, we need to remove the tacky layer so we can file and buff. So with my lint-free wipes and some rubbing alcohol, I'm just gonna rub this across the nails to remove that tacky layer. Another reason why you might experience peeling with the gel top coat could be because you're using a buffing block, which is making the nail surface too smooth. So I suggest skipping the buffing block at this point and using a 180 grit nail file instead. So we're going to use the 180 grit to go around the free edge first to get our shape back, and then we're going to run it across the entire top surface of the nail. This is the point where we're going to remove that ridge between where the white shade and the peach shade meet. Here's how it looks once I'm done. You can see I no longer have a ridge between where the two dip powder colors meet. I finished filing and shaping the rest of my nails off camera, and now we're going to dust everything off. Before you go in for your gel top coat, make sure to cleanse one more time with a lint-free wipe and rubbing alcohol. I plan to add a little bit of sparkle to my manicure, but if you want to go with this simple, classic French manicure, now you would do your gel top coat and cure for 60 seconds. So let's say you're like, Chelsea, listen, I stopped buffing my dip powder and I'm still experiencing peeling with my gel top coat. I would suggest trying a base coat, so a base coat before your gel top coat. Apply a layer of your base coat right now, cure for 60 seconds, and then do your gel top coat. That should help prevent any peeling if you need it or if you experience it. But if you don't, it's totally okay to go right in now for your gel top coat. I'll be using this silver gel paint from Madame Glam. It is perfect for line work because it's very pigmented and, as you can see, super sparkly. I'll also be using this Winstonia long brush from Amazon. I start by just dipping it into this gel paint and wiping off the excess. When I'm doing any sort of art on my nails, I rest both hands on my flat tabletop surface so that I can really stabilize it. Then I pull the skin back on my sidewall here so that I don't get this product on my skin. I'm going to start by going sidewall to center when I'm painting my French smile line. So you'll see I start on my side and work my way over to my center of my nail. Then I get some more product on my brush and do the same on the next side, sidewall to center, and then connect the line all the way through to make sure I have a seamless line blend. I'm going to do these same steps for the rest of my nails. You totally don't have to do any art with your French manicure, but I wanted a little extra sparkle and pop. Then we're going to cure once we're done with all of our nails for 60 seconds. So here they are with their little silver glitter accent on the French smile line. And now we're gonna do our gel top coat. So this gel top coat reminds me of builder gel. It's definitely a thicker consistency. So just be aware of that when you're applying it to do thin, even layers. And also a little tip, after you're done doing all of your nails, before you cure it, I do highly suggest flipping your hand over, so have it upside down so that the gel can level out. I'm going to apply a thin layer of my gel top coat to the rest of my nails, making sure I don't get it on my skin. And then when I'm done, I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. Once I'm done with my whole hand, I cure for 60 seconds and then apply some cuticle oil, and that is it. So this is a really simple design that anyone can do. You can do it with gel method, dip powder liquids, but I wanted to walk you guys through the steps from prep to end just because it is a little bit different than when we use dip powder liquids. Removal can also be a little bit different. It can be a little trickier with gel products, so I do suggest filing it down a lot before you go to soak it off. I hope you found today's video helpful. As always, feel free to comment down below if you have any other questions that you want me to cover in a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.